Now, even as this ceremony was going on, there is still news developing on the January 6th front. The chairman of the committee charged with investigating the attack, Benny Thompson, on his way into this ceremony where all the January 6th committee members sat together, told reporters that the committee has made a decision on the question of whether they would make criminal referrals. Thompson telling reporters, and given several opportunities to clarify otherwise, that the committee has decided that they will issue at least one referral. Now, he's not specific about to whom or how many referrals could be released here. And, in reporting on this committee since its inception, I feel like I should share that sometimes Thompson gets a little bit ahead of the rest of the committee here. It's been our reporting at NBC News that the committee is still in active discussions about this question, about whether or not they would refer individuals, and if so, how many. And that, in fact, they were expected to continue those discussions today. So whether Thompson is perhaps ahead of the committee, perhaps the committee has made a decision that hasn't filtered down all the way through, or perhaps he is putting his own finger on the scale of the decision that is yet to be made here, not entirely clear. But you cannot ignore the chairman of this committee on the record saying that, yes, at least that one decision has been made to move from a congressional investigation to at least suggesting to the Department of Justice in the form of a referral that criminal charges be made against at least one individual.
So Garrett, you don't necessarily think, from what I'm hearing from you, that considering how Benny Thompson has kind of talked about these things before, that this was necessarily purposeful, right, or coordinated in his release of this information leading into this, of course, ceremony?
No, I think purposeful or coordinated, no, I think not. He was pressed by a gaggle of reporters just before going in about this question. And look, Yasmin, he had every opportunity to clarify his answer and say, maybe we're still discussing this, or maybe it's not quite clear. But he did say that this is a decision that has been made. And so I don't know that it's necessarily news he wanted to make leading into this ceremony. But the news is out there. And the committee, particularly when it comes to kind of legal decisions that they make, whether it be issuing subpoenas, probably the most notable examples, they tend to be very, very careful about not making these notices public until they have dotted all the I's and crossed all the T's, till their lawyers have looked over everything. And it may very well be here that a decision has been made in principle, but that the necessary documents haven't been drafted up, or that the necessary legal decisions to sort of the follow-through elements have not been made. That's certainly going to be a target of my reporting for the rest of the day. I'll tell you that right now.